never heard of Fearless Tours, but he went onto an HBCU campus and proved that we are incompetent and we cannot sit down and have a civil conversation. All he did was set a table up for 10 minutes, and they started doing this. But you want to know what it was? It wasn't the message. It was the color of his skin and his hat. They felt like because a white man with a Make America Great Again hat on came to their campus and set up a table to have open debates, they felt like they had the right to riot, make BLM signs, which they don't even know. They probably don't even know that George Floyd family ain't getting not a drop from them motherfuckers. They don't know that George Floyd put a gun to a pregnant woman's head. They don't know that he was high on fentanyl while actively committing a crime. That's why he died. And I honestly don't blame them college students, bro. It's the motherfucking environments that they grew up in. You gotta think they're in college. Black Lives Matter started 5 years ago, meaning they was in high school when Black Lives Matter was going on. So from as long as they can really politically remember, white man has always been bad. And that's the shit that's going to keep America in the same spot it is. Keep the black community in the same spot it is. Because when we don't get our way, we want to riot, do all this hooting and hollering instead of sitting down and talking to one another. You think our ancestors are proud of that shit? And I guarantee you, these stupid motherfuckers probably feel like they did our ancestors a great service. No, our ancestors are rolling over in their fucking graves right now because y'all don't know how to act. Our ancestors didn't act like this. They sat there and they talked with their voices. They wanted to be heard. Y'all don't want to be heard. Y'all just want to start riots and shit, yo. Y'all don't want to sit down and have a conversation with nobody. Like I said, it's not the message that he was trying to send. To sit down and have a civil conversation. They did not like the color of that dude's skin. I don't care. That is pure racism. Let it be the other way around. Y'all be ready to rally through the motherfucking streets all over the United States of America. They said that dude provoked them. What the fuck? Talking about provoke? Dude went there, set up a table, and sat down to have open debates. What the fuck did he provoke? I know he provoked y'all stupid ass inability to have a civilized conversation with somebody. Charlie Kirk said people resort to violence when they know they're wrong and they can't accept it. We love talking about white supremacy this, white supremacy that, but what about black supremacy? If this doesn't look like black supremacy to you, I don't know what the fuck is. Let a whole group of white people go through the streets and do this shit and tell me what the hell it is. Doing all this goddamn hooting and hollering like Trump ain't the one who permanently secured funding for HBCUs. Shut the fuck up. Got all these Black Lives Matter signs up and shit. Who does Black Lives matter to? It don't matter to black people who exterminate each other at 13% of the population and 60% of the motherfucking murders. Y'all don't care about that though, but when a white man do it, y'all want to throw up y'all BLM signs. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit motivated me to get up and go do the same exact shit that bro is doing, bro. Because I promise you, I ain't going no motherfucking where. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to sit there, I'm going to wait for somebody to touch me, and I'm going to laugh at your ass getting arrested. Sit down and debate or go somewhere else with that bullshit. Y'all ain't intimidating me. Because I guarantee, I tell all y'all motherfuckers a new asshole in any debate you want to talk about. As a black man, stop playing with me. And that's what I'm saying, bro. The sooner y'all start realizing between right and wrong and not black versus white, bro, this world would be a so much better place, bro. What these motherfuckers did at that HBCU to that young man was 100% wrong, bro. This is the United States of America. We got the freedom of speech. Yes, you got your freedom of speech too. But how about we sit down and we both voice our First Amendment right together and we come to a middle ground? No, y'all want to riot. Y'all want to stand with black people if y'all right or wrong, and I hate that shit.
If at all Martin Luther King Jr. would rise from the dead right now, then he would be a very disappointed man. And the disappointment would simply come from just witnessing the number of black people that till this day have refused to be civilized. The number of black people that until now, at the time of recording this video, they have refused to leave their getaways, the number of black people that are participating in uncouth behaviors. Now, if you've been on the internet, then I am quite sure you've come across this clip. And I'm talking about the clip of these black individuals or black students in a historically black college or a black university. They were allegedly becoming or acting black. That's what they like to term. They would like to term it being unapologetically black. And by being unapologetically black is, according to them, is being all rowdy and not trying to reason with anyone who has different opinions and being all hostile to these two boys. So now that's according to them. But remember, according to the likes of Martin Luther King Jr., they really wanted to be heard, and that's why they were really vocal. He really wanted the whole world, and not just white America, to hear him out. He believed in having honest conversations. He really believed and was a believer of holding these debates, and he wanted those people who had different perspective or different opinions, different from his. He really wanted those people to hear him out. But right now, these black students, they have totally lost it, and I am glad that I am not the only black person who is saying these. At the time of recording this video, I've been scrolling online and I've come across so many videos of black people condemning this that has happened.
Seriously though, I'm a little embarrassed at the behavior displayed on that college campus there. Obviously, you guys have seen some of that video where that Fearless tour, they attempted to go to an HBCU, and that is the reaction that they were met with. Hey, you know, those students, they are allowed to react and feel however they feel. But then again, you kind of take your emotions and you cross over into a point of embarrassment and, you know, a sense of where you should have maybe pulled back a little bit, and you kind of just proceeded to follow this man down the campus, and it's just really uncalled for and stupid to me. But again, these students are heavily fed one-sided media, one-sided opinions, one-sided information. These news and media outlets take advantage of the fact that they know these kids are not going to go the extra step and look into this themselves. They don't have family members who can enlighten them on some of the truths, you know, in opposition to some of the things that they think are true today. Either way it goes, we got a long way to go.
So the Fearless Tour debate went to a HBCU to debate the black college students about different things, about whatever their opinions are, whatever it was going to be. And instead of the students at the school having a great debate, having a conversation, showing them how well-rounded African Americans can be, black people, foundationally black Americans, however you want to put it, whatever you call yourself, I'm just black. Instead of doing that, they showed how much they bought into propaganda. They showed how much they have bias towards white people. And for me, it just shows like, y'all really hate these people. Like, y'all don't have that love for everybody that y'all say that y'all really do. Y'all really have like a hate towards white people. That's crazy. Y'all went viral for kicking somebody off of your campus for having a conversation. Y'all didn't want to go viral for having that talk, even though y'all think that he provoked y'all. Y'all don't think that y'all would have been better suited if somebody's provoking you. You show them the opposite reaction of what you want. Other than that, you already lost. On top of that, I don't know if they know that Trump just gave HBCUs across America $500 million in federal aid. $500 million for the HBCU. Trump just gave it to y'all. And y'all are kicking people off of your campus that has a different opinion than you. This is like speaking to the indoctrination that we keep talking about that is going on these college campuses. Because there's no way a mob of people just all think the same thing and is willing to be almost violent, dang near violent. Some people did put their hands on people. If something's not being taught within those four walls of that school, like this is why a lot of people are abandoning HBCUs. As a black man, it's embarrassing, it's disappointing, and it should not had happened.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that any of them know that Trump announced that he was giving $500 million to HBCUs? You think any of them knew that? And all of them on that campus said that they were being provoked by him asking you questions. And this is why I said just yesterday that the black community is performative and they have selective outrage, because they don't really care about what they hooting and hollering about. They only care when the wrong messenger says it. Because if they actually cared, they would have went down to their local hood and talked to all the gang members and said, you know what, we tired of the violence. Black lives matter. Stop this, stop that. They don't care about none of that. They only care when a white man come on campus with a red hat and they call him a racist and run him off campus. Man. And this is why the black community is failing, bro. It really is. Because they acted like that all because a white man came on campus and was about to start asking them questions. And all they had to do was voice their opinion, say how they feel. But they couldn't. Why? Because they don't even have their own opinion. Everything the black community does is in the name of being black. They have no idea why they do the things they do. It's just because they're black. Why did they go to that HBCU? Probably just because they're black and that's what they were told to do. Why do they think the way they think? Probably just because they're black and their mama or daddy said so. Nobody has their own opinions, bro. Them folks brought out a BLM poster for a random white man on campus. And this is a direct reflection of the black communities and these HBCUs and whatever they be pointing to these kids for them to think the way they think and act the way they act. Because I don't know how much more proof y'all need, but they hate white people. I don't know if y'all could see that, but they hate white people. And these communities and these schools, they teach black power. They teach that the black skin color trumps all. And mind you, a lot of them don't even think that black people can be racist. That's scary. And let's also not forget, a lot of those people are pro-DEI. So they want to be accepted into the workplace because they're black, but yet they hate white people.
So two boys who are obviously harmless visit a school, and then after visiting the school, they are termed as a hostile group. So if these two boys who are harmless are termed as a hostile group, and then what do we term a whole mob of black individuals who chase them out, verbally assaulting them? Who's hostile between the two groups? Is it the group of two boys or the whole mob that is verbally assaulting them, the whole mob that is not letting them do their thing? I think, logically speaking, the best way they would have handled such a situation, if at all the guys were uninvited, the way they do claim, then they would just have ignored them. What's the worst that could have happened if at all they would have just ignored them as if they do not exist in the first place? But contrary to our expectations, they went ahead and decided to chase them away and be all hostile to the group to the two boys. And you know, when things like these keep on happening, it kind of creates a pattern. And after creating a pattern, the next time something close to this happens and somebody alleges that it's all black people that are engaging in such acts, then black people will cry out that that is racism, or those people are racists and they are forming a stereotype. If you call it a stereotype, then I will just want to remind you that probably those people may just be recognizing patterns, because if black people keep on doing these same mistakes over and over again, then it may create a pattern, and human beings are very good at recognizing patterns. So when they recognize the patterns, it will no longer be a stereotype, but it will be something that we have earned. Stereotypes are earned, they're not just created out of the blues. So I would really condemn such kind of behaviors. I believe black people can do better than these. So it's high time that libs stop defending the heinous acts that black people are doing, because I've seen liberals going all over the internet and going to their social media platforms, and they are defending such kind of behaviors, which is something that should be unacceptable. It's not something that even Malcolm X would be proud of if at all he were alive today. These are things that I do not believe should be happening, because there are things that do paint the whole community in bad picture, and I think they are acts or actions that are just committed by a small fraction, and by the fact that they are being committed by a small fraction, they paint the entire community bad, and by doing that, it kind of creates a problem to the larger majority of black people who are just good, or to the, I don't know, please tell me, is the group of ghetto people in the black community the larger group, or are the black people who are civilized the larger group? Who are more between the two? Tell me what you think in the comment section, and those are just my thoughts. Share what your thoughts are. With that, I have been your presenter and your host, Kachina, and if at all you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for?